When I see this South Africans video, I laugh. I laugh whenever I see South Africans doing videos and they're like, "Oh, we want every single African to go back." I laugh because these same South Africans are in America. They're in America misbehaving. They're in America and committing a lot of crimes. They're in America looking down on Black Americans. But these same South Africans have the audacity, the effrontery, the temerity, and the give me another word in the comment section. And they just slept, woke up one morning, and they're like, every single African, you need to leave. And you know the funniest part? Do you know the funniest part? Is them giving the white South Africans more wings to fly. I also see some white South Africans joining them and say, "Oh, we're also going to protest." And you think white South Africans are doing that just because they love you as a Black person, just because they love you as Black South African, right? A time will come, South Africans will be looking for African help, and that help will not come. But wait, let's go back to this video anyways. Let me not talk too much. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video.
I can show you this moment 10 videos of you Blacks hunting down other Black human beings and beating them in the streets for no reason other than they are immigrants. Now hold on. Can you show me 10 videos of you guys hunting down whites and beating them in the streets?
Just one.
Could you do that?
What you're saying, this is the conversation we have amongst each other as Black South Africans.
I'm asking you a simple question, madam. I'm not asking you to give me all this unrelated stuff. I'm telling you I can find 10 videos right this moment of you Blacks hunting down Africans in South Africa who are not from your country, according to you, and beating them in the streets. Can you show me 10 videos of you guys doing that to whites? Yes or no?
No, not in recent news, but this, we don't condone this.
Go back to your countries. We are tired of you guys. Go back to your countries and this nonsense. You destroy your country. You come to South Africa to destroy your country.
We know you, the media, are trying to label us as xenophobic, as if we're hating other Africans. We love our fellow brothers. We know their contribution in our struggle as South Africans. We know that they all contributed, but we are saying migration must be lawful. Document everybody.
You see, at this point, it seems like South Africa is declaring war to other African countries. Like, I don't understand how you will say you want the illegal migrants or immigrants to leave your country, but you can't even tell whether they're illegal. You go to their houses, you see them on the street, you don't ask of documents, you just pick them up. You want to unalive them, you want to hurt them. I've seen you guys do this to the Ethiopians, to Nigerians, to Zimbabweans, to other African countries that live in your country. You don't even ask questions. You don't want to see their document. The fact that they are Black and don't speak the way you speak, or don't sound the way you sound, or don't have the same accent with you, you just want to hurt them. This is not about illegal migrants. This is just hate. This is just pure hate. It has nothing to do with illegal migrants. Go to other African countries. You guys are treated with love. We don't even ask of documents. We don't care. We just want you to feel at home. This is just hate. A lot of you are lazy. I mean no disrespect, but that is what it is. A lot of you are lazy. I wish the whole African countries will come together and shut their doors on you guys until you fix all these messes you're causing around.
Breaking news, the xenophobic attack in South Africa is now becoming very extreme. You won't believe that South Africans are now going after their own blood sisters just because they are married to foreigners. They're literally summoning them. If you are a South African lady married to a foreigner, you should go back to where that man comes from. That if you are a South African lady married to a Nigerian man, go back to Nigeria. That's where you belong. If you are a South African lady married to a Ghanaian man, go to Ghana. You don't belong to South Africa. And it's turning out this particular whole thing has brought a major controversial tension that how can South Africans devote their own blood sisters just because they are married to foreigners? Is this actually pride or pure hatred? A lot of Africans are not happy on what South Africans are doing. And it's not all South Africans doing this. No, it's a certain portion of South Africans pushing this particular all illegal immigrant things. Imagine getting to a point of doing away with your own blood sister just because they are married to a foreign man. Keep watching, we'll keep you updated, and let's pray for peace across our continent.
Who reside in these houses here, they know that you guys employ foreign nationals. Now, the time has come where you need to understand that things will be changed now. We are going for our vote for November. These people, they'll be voting for these political parties that failed us. Now, as Umkhonto we are here, we are saying we're not an EFF, we are not in GNU, we are not the ANC. We are a strongest opposition party. Where we'll make sure that it won't be business as usual. Test our strength. In front of the opposition, test our strength. You can't come here, bese sizothola umuntu omnyama ozothi uza with mamela Putin. If you are smart, you can't be smart enough for 100 people. You can be smart in your house, not addressing.
Go home. You heard me well. Go home. Go home. Pack your bags and go. We don't need you here. We don't need you. Okay? Go home. Coming from same African person. It is heartbreaking. It is sincerely heartbreaking to hear and watch a video of an African person being chased, being attacked, and forced to leave a country that is part of Africa. I watched a video of a lady asking a Ghanaian man to leave South Africa, to go back home, to go and fix his country. I don't even blame that lady. I have 100% understanding of what that lady actually means. Because tell me one good reason, as a Nigerian, I will leave my country if my country leaders are actually functioning properly. There are good, well-paid job opportunities. There are good quality healthcare services in my country. I will leave Nigeria and go to South Africa. To do what? Mind you, I don't even have any business. I have never in my mind had South Africa as a plan. I've never planned to go there. So whatever thing I'm saying here now is based on what I've been watching in so many videos. Because I keep asking myself the same question. Why is your anger directed to black foreigners? Because it is more confusing. It's even more confusing because South Africa is a home. It's still a home for white foreigners. Because tell me why you will have white foreigners in your place, in your home, and you say that the foreigners are the ones that are responsible for crime, that are responsible for drug trafficking, that are responsible for
immoral behaviors in your country, but you don't have the guts, you don't have the audacity. Yes, that lady, Jacinta, because it takes an illiterate and lazy person to just have that mindset that is the black foreigners that are only responsible for these crimes that you guys are listing in all these videos. Why don't you have the audacity? Why don't you have the guts to go and meet these white foreigners and tell them that they should pack their bags and go? They should get their belongings and go back to their place. Why don't you have the audacity? But you have the audacity to go to your same African brother, African sister. You have the audacity to meet them because you know they are vulnerable. You know that even if you do anything, nothing will happen. Even if you shake the table, it will not happen. But you said it's the foreigners. That is the foreigners that are bringing all these crimes to your country. Why don't you chase the whites? Tell me a country that white people dominate 65% of their land, and tell the landowners that they don't want to associate with them and they don't want you people to associate with them also. Tell me a country that has 50 or 60% white dominance that say that they don't want to associate with you people. It is happening in South Africa, in case you don't know. So this hatred, because I will not say it's love. This is hatred. There are so many ways to, even if you don't want them in your country anymore, there are so many ways to meet somebody. You don't have to humiliate. You don't need to insult. You don't need to make someone up. You don't need to destroy anything. You don't need to destroy their belongings. All you just have to do is meet them, give them a quick notice, and tell them that you don't want them in your country any longer. And let us not forget history. Remember, South Africa, remember. Let us not forget that there was a time during the apartheid era when many, in fact, many African countries came together to fight and support for your freedom. South Africa, for your freedom. And coming to also know that Nigeria donated millions of dollars so that you can have this freedom that you have. And you are here saying, go home, go home, go home. If my own brother can actually tell me to go home, why can't you tell a white foreigner to also go home? Why? Because at the end of the day, the question is still the same thing. Is this what our ancestors fought for? Nelson Mandela will be crying in his grave because he knows that this is not what he fought for. Because I know, even if I'm not, even if I've never met Nelson Mandela, one thing for sure is that he's not happy. He will not be happy that African citizens are actually doing. At the end of the day, we still need to ask ourselves, are we actually building together as one Africa, or we are just tearing each other up? I don't have anything to say much. I'm just here to come and lay this complaint because it is heartbreaking. It is really, really heartbreaking to watch this, to see an African person go to another African place, African country, and eventually you are found in the hospital. You went there to get a health service, and somebody tell you, if you're not a South African, get up and go home. Get up and go home. And imagine I actually go I go to my business place or I go to my workplace. Somebody will just come and spoil my workplace, spoil my shop, scatter my provisions. Because what? I am not a South African. Don't go fire.
South Africans, come. Quick question. Are we also going to address this? Or just focus on this? Because the math is not mathing. Who owns over 70% of private land in South Africa? Not Zimbabweans. Who controls the majority of large-scale wealth and corporations, which is what is fueling most of what you're suffering from? Not Congolese street vendors. Foreign nationals in South Africa make up less than 5% of the population, so how are they 100% of the problem? In a country of thousands of wineries, very lucrative by the way, generational change type shit. Out of thousands, only 1% of wineries in South Africa are black owned. Yeah, but that 1% out of thousands is owned by black Americans. Okay, so should we give the 1% back to the 99? I just hate to show up to different parts of my continent, not see anybody that looks like me, and be treated as if I'm an invader in spaces like this, which without that 1% basically means less faces that look like us anywhere, and more of what you experienced during apartheid. Because for people who don't understand, South Africa is still living through apartheid. The racial, economic, and social disparities really haven't disappeared because apartheid only ended 34 years ago. That is potentially your siblings, your parents, and their parents who all experienced apartheid. It's like saying, yeah, all of my friends and family and I experienced slavery or Jim Crow. It's not that long ago. To put things into perspective, I know only one black-owned bar and one black-owned cafe in all of Cape Town. And these are places that only hire locals, create events and opportunities for locals, and are frequently used by locals who have nowhere else in the city to go. Are they the ones increasing your rent prices? Are they the ones whitewashing and gentrifying your neighborhood? No? Okay, then let's redirect that energy not against our neighbors, but to the ones who continue to win because they've convinced us that the problem is everywhere except for the source. But the Germans and Nigerians are definitely taking your women though. Get your coins, Nara Smiths.
Able to hire South Africans because of these reasons.
Wait, so what you're basically saying is if two shops don't comply, we all suffer.
Yes.
And that's tomorrow.
That's why we said everything is owned, because we've been speaking with the management.
Listen to this South African man. He's going to tell you the main reason why they want foreigners to leave their country. Just listen.
These girls who are sleeping with foreigners, they must never think they're going to control us. This is our country.
So, most South Africans are complaining that a lot of foreigners are taking their jobs. But this man is only complaining is foreigners are taking South African women.
As a white person, to get the cry out there for more white people to join this movement, because at the end of the day we are all fighting the same fight. We want the police to have more vehicles available. We want these undocumented foreign nationals to realize, South Africans, we are yet to fight the fight. We are going to march and march until we win. This is the end of the line now.
Anyways, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for watching. And yeah, for those of you that are not in Africa, very busy. The most laziest people we have in Africa. Yes. And I'm saying that with my full chest. I'm saying that with my full chest because I have a South African friend that will literally tell you some of the jobs your people come to my country to come do, we can't do that. We can't do those kind of jobs for peanuts. But because these people are there to get something for themselves, because these people are there for greener pastures, they have to do such kind of jobs. And you know the funniest part is South Africans claiming that they don't migrate to other countries, that they are literally staying in their own country and then building their country. Why there is in Nigeria currently, one of the internets that we're using is owned by a South African man. It is owned by a South African man. So imagine we want to boycott the billions and the trillions that this man is generating from Nigerians alone. I myself alone, to get internet down to my own house, I spent nothing less than $1,000. Nothing less than $1,000 every 3 months. Sometimes I can even spend more than that. Is the level we are investing in these people's business. We have a lot of South Africans every single places. And why am I doing this video?